feel the love, you feel everything about it. It's really nice. Okay, so I wasn't anywhere near Columbia High School in 1968. Instead, the way I came to the sport was in 1973. I walked up to a stranger at Palm Park in Santa Barbara, and the stranger had a Frisbee. I said, "Hey, you want to throw that thing?" That was when I met Tom Shepard. That stranger turned out to be my lifelong friend, and I'm very proud of what we did to share the joy of play in the greater Santa Barbara area, and it's resulted in many of my most cherished and lasting relationships. Clearly, the Santa Barbara community and the outlying area in which we spread the joy of play was something that was mutually fulfilling, and that Tom and I got to have a great experience, and that the community gained from understanding that the joy of play was something to be celebrated, and they definitely did. So, excuse me. I'm also very proud of what we, myself, and a dedicated team of volunteers accomplished to nurture and grow the sport of ultimate, and that was during my time as director of the UPA. It was never an I, it was always a we. There were regional coordinators, sectional coordinators, there were newsletter editors, co-editors, there were photographers. I saw so many people doing things that contributed to the sport, so I know that many of you are those people, and we all share in the common success that our sport has attained, and we were integral to that happening. And that brings me to the next speaker. He, along with Irv Kalb, were our sport's first superstars. They led the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers University to 4 consecutive national titles and compiled an amazing 45-win, 1-loss record in doing so. But much, and far more importantly, my friend and the next speaker was the singular architect of the UPA. He was the one that conceived it. He was the one that spent the time to try and set up a future that allowed this to happen. So it is with much pleasure that I present to you my good friend, Dan the Stork Roddick.
I'm actually surprised at how many of you can stand. Just Joe's paying no more than Hilton. Well, Tom, thank you for that. I've never liked him. Do you know my iPad code? Oh, there you go. Wow, this is surreal. Keynote. Nobody mentioned Keynote. This is gonna be the shortest keynote in history. We might people. As I anticipated seeing all these old faces and realizing that we've been playing together for a lifetime. We grew up together. I just kept obsessing on how little time I have. No, not to live. I mean, Suzanne said, walk us through 50 years of history, you've got like 3 minutes. And life is uncertain. Those of us who got started on those early pools, we've been playing for literally 50 years. But we don't know the format. If it's win by 2, we can probably stretch the drama out for quite a while. I know we actually did that a few times in the Rutgers years just because it's such fun to keep playing. But if it's hard cap, then one unfortunate turnover and we're in the record books one way or another. It's no question that times have changed. Now when we get together, and I know you've experienced this, like the medical check-in takes like 20 minutes. You know, how's that hip? You know, I mean, let's have blood work come back, etc. And as mentioned earlier, we have the very somber task of remembering the people who we've already lost. And that's, I don't know that we'll ever get over them, and I've come to the conclusion that that's good. I think it is. I keep them in my address book because I want to see them and I want to know that they're there, because they are. And I mentioned about you not being able to stand unaided. But if you think we're old, go to your high school reunion. Seriously, we have something special going on. And I see it all across this sports. Because our people who were somehow drawn to the Frisbee are different. And let's face it, are better. The people who don't get the magic, and I've come to call them the muggles. They're just unfortunate souls. And I think that the Frisbee family writ large has a playful openness that keeps us young. Amen. A subtext to this is that another primordial player, John Z. Wyman, he has a theory that when the aliens come, they will take all of us along and leave the muggles. So we got that going for us. But my time and ours is necessarily limited, which is better that way. So how do we play out these waning minutes of like my game? And as I consider the play of my teammates, there are 2 strategic contributions that I think are remarkable. First, are those who have used their talent, time, and effort to capture, preserve, and share the essence of our extraordinary game. And these are our historians, photographers, journalists, our novelists, and filmmakers. And I urge you to join them and support them in their efforts, because without their words and without their work, we lose the rich context of our game. Without that, it's just a set of rules. That's all it is. And finally, and a lot of them are here. So please, many of them have trunks full of the materials they have produced. Help them out. You know, buy those DVDs and books. And finally, in the very beginning, we made an audacious claim that we were playing the ultimate game. And now, half a century later, I think we have the chance to deliver on that youthful brag. Can we actually use this amazing sport to reach beyond our play? Can we actually transform lives and maybe even heal global conflicts? In a time when there are so many daunting challenges, so many forces that divide us, it may seem foolish to think that we can actually have an impact. But teams like Downtown Brown, bold efforts like Ultimate Impact, Huck It Back, and Ultimate Peace have made me a believer. Maybe we have found the ultimate game, and this is our chance to deliver on that promise. We've always said that ultimate was more than just winning and losing. Well, it's time to find out. Let's prove to the world that we're not just playing around.
Thank you, Stork. Yes.